Hey, hey, party people. I just wanted to hop on and say hi. Still figuring out what to do with this hair. But I am loving how short this is. Never had it this short where I can feel the back of my neck. So I'm loving the change. And it's interesting because I've seen a few people, and it's interesting. I've noticed a stark difference between there are people who notice the cut right away, and there are people who don't even they don't notice it. So I was just thinking about that because I was like, I wonder the people. There's two things going on with the people who don't notice such a drastic haircut, right? It's either they really just see you, you know, and they're not looking at your physical attributes. They've just always seen you, like your face. Your hair doesn't have anything to do with it. So it's either the people who don't notice, they're either like that, or they're self-consumed, not in a bad way, but they're consumed with their own stuff that they just don't notice those things. So that's what I've learned. I don't have a topic today. I just wanted to hop. I just felt right to hop on and see if anybody else hops on. This could be long. This could be short. I'm thinking it's going to be short because I just wanted to connect with you guys. How's my journey going? In case you're curious, it's hard, but we keep moving forward. Like there's no denying that it's difficult, but I'm trying to not lean so much on how difficult it is. And I'm also not trying to generate by brute force like feelings of joy. I did that before. I would say up until recently, where I was just trying to have this like super positive, enthusiastic um, energy about things. And I don't think this is a bad thing. And internally, I do feel that like that. I do feel like, there is a lot of positivity and optimism in there. But I'm also settling into the fact that, this is the human experience. We're going to feel all kinds of different things at any given time. And so I'm just kind of learning to not stay neutral, but just kind of to relax in whatever I'm feeling, whatever is happening. It's much easier said than done. The practice is hard, especially if you're not used to it. I'm sure there's a point where people who have been on this journey and like their brain is ready, their nervous system is primed and ready to change and ready to do it. I'm sure that it's much easier for them. But I just think that's what comes with being a human in this flesh, that we're just gonna be doing things. I was joking with my husband last night because I was like, so I feel like people go through pretty intense things. This is general. This is a generalization, but I feel like people go through very intense things like in their 30s, 40s, and 50s because, especially because I'm in the late 30s now, the late 30 bracket, and I just feel like your 30s is when you start to realize that all of the, you know, yeah, just your young conditioning is put to the test, and you're like every day you wake up and you have a challenge and you're faced with this fact that, oh snap, like this is how life is gonna be. Like, yeah, like challenge upon challenge upon challenge, because I do believe life, one big pillar of life is that we need to grow in all aspects of our being, obviously. But because when you're a kid, you have this like innocence and this optimism that like um maybe I'm speaking for myself, but like nothing really, I never felt like, oh my God, this is never gonna end. There was always this, like, you're a kid, right? Like you're not bogged down by responsibilities yet. Even if you are living in a tough environment like I did, I still felt like, you know, Like, I'm a kid. I don't need to be concerned about things. Like, I'm just going to go figure out a way to play or do something else. Or, I guess this is where the coping strategies come up. But I think when you're an adult and like life just keeps, like, the hardships prolong, and obviously for good reason, right? Because there's always a reason for these things to happen, because there's a lot of growth and lessons to be learned and things to be integrated into your body and truly embodied, because you can talk the talk, but are you walking it, kind of thing, right? Because you have a lot of people that, and this was me, like, we're very, like, especially on this mind body journey. Oh, I can't answer you right now. Okay. Sorry. Especially on this mind body journey, we know exactly what's happening. I talk about this all the time. We know exactly what's happening with our brains, with our bodies. We've exhausted the medical route, the holistic route, so we know this is the answer. But the process of integration and embodiment still needs to happen, and it's always, you never know how long it's going to take for you. It's different for everybody, right? So, yeah, all that to say, you can know everything. You can know exactly what's going on in the head, but your body still has a learning curve, and your body still has to catch up, because it's the somatic part of it, right? So many things, what else there was one more thing I wanted to mention before I hop off. Dang it, what was it? Okay, let me fold another towel. Maybe it'll come to me. I'm fine. You know what I found? If I forget something, or if I lose something, if I just completely change, like switch the subject in my brain or go do something else, that object that is missing will just reveal itself fairly quickly. And the thing that I'm forgetting, I don't need to like ponder on it, I just need to forget about it, and it literally like reveals itself in due time, and usually very quickly. What was it? Oh, there. Okay. So I wanted to I listened to Joe Hudson. He's pretty cool. He's like this self-development, self-growth guy. And he has this saying where he says, welcome the resistance. Like, he's like, if you can't welcome the emotion, welcome the resistance to it. And so I've been thinking about that, because, when symptoms flare up and sensations flare up, first of all, we know, and I need to reiterate to you, you are not sick. Okay. It feels like it, but we are not sick. We're literally just dealing with repressed emotional energy that's trying to find any kind of way to get out, because it's backlogged so much. So first of all, we know we're not sick, right? Second of all, so I'm sitting there, and it's funny because especially as of late, the sensations are really wild right now. Like, they're really, really up and down. I mean, the whole journey is like this, but just as of late, like, they're super, super up and down. And yesterday I was sitting on the couch, and like sensations were hitting just kind of out of nowhere, which I'm kind of used to already, but it doesn't mean it feels good. And Joe Hudson's voice came to my head, and he was, I just heard him say, if you can't welcome this emotion, welcome the resistance to it. And so I changed that to, if you can't welcome this sensation, which I think I welcomed it pretty well, but it was still like the resistance to it is pretty crazy. So so then I was like, oh, okay, this little flare up, that's what we'll call it. Okay, this is resistance. And so I just kind of sat in there, and I just, like an out of body experience, you kind of just like pull yourself out of your body, and you watch yourself from an outside perspective having this visceral, tangible, somatic experience. And I was doing my best to welcome the resistance to whatever it's the, because we know these sensations are placeholders for repressed emotional energy, whatever that is. We kind of don't need to know. But per Sarno, and with my last video, it's usually rage. But what's under rage? Under rage is just a lot of pain, grief, all these really uncomfortable emotions. But they're only uncomfortable. Well, yes, no, physically they do feel uncomfortable, but also they're uncomfortable because society has taught us to repress them. People in our lives have taught us to repress them. Um, but these are real primal emotions that we all feel. So you were chosen, my friend, to feel them. Because nobody in your family, it's likely most people, your friends, your community circle, your social circle, it's likely that they don't haven't been taught to fully accept and allow these repressed emotions also. So everyone just kind of holding on for dear life. They're trying so hard to hold it together. But you were the chosen one. You were the one to break it. You were the one to break the pattern. So that, and if you're a parent, if you have kids, the amazing part about this is as you practice holding space for yourself, welcoming sensations, welcoming emotions, welcoming emotional energy to express, welcoming the resistance if you can't welcome the emotion, the repressed emotion, then you are priming yourself to be able to do that for your kids. Actually, the other day, my oldest was kind of crashing out. He was kind of crashing out. He was very emotional, but he's 10. He's moving on to middle school. He's the oldest, so there's a lot of already inherent responsibilities. When you're the oldest sibling, who else is the oldest sibling? There's already inherent responsibility there. There's the societal expectations and maybe parental expectations that me and my husband don't try to place on him, but we know it's probably there just because of the state of how humans are and how parents and children connect to each other. So I can see how all of that weight can be so crushing to a child. So of course, right, he got triggered by something and he just kind of lost it. And I have learned actually through Joe Hudson and through all this mind body work, I've learned that um, when your child, or even for yourself, if you're experiencing discomfort or overwhelm or whatever it is, then we have been conditioned to give them space, walk away even, like, or put them in time out, or tell them to be quiet, or tell them buck up, don't. But I've learned, especially with my son, with that incident, if he's crying, I lean into him, I hug him, and I just tell him, all right, let's cry it out, go ahead, express, let's move this emotion, and then let's go from there. So he was like, full on, like, screaming, crying, shaking, all that. And I was just like, to feel that my tolerance, not even tolerance, but the safe container that I am now able to provide for my child who needs to emote. Like, you can see it, like he's bubbling over with emotional energy, right? And weight and allostatic stress. You could see it on his face. So to be able to now hold a container for him to safely, like, where his brain is going, oh, it's okay for me to emote like this. It's not, obviously it's not okay if he goes and like emotes by trashing things or hitting other people. These are the things where as parents, we have to guide them not to do, because that's even more destructive. But just to be able to say, I'm going to hold a container for you, crash out, go ahead, I'm right here. And when you're done, or even through it, that you're loved and that you're not, abandoned, and you're not shamed for acting like this or emoting like this, when I can see you clearly need to release some things. That meant a lot to me personally to be able to do that, because who the hell, no one has ever been able to do that for me. But so, to be able to do that for my son was very, very healing, for everyone involved, me, my kids, my two, his younger siblings, who got to witness, like, oh, mom's okay with, my oldest just crashing out, and she's literally telling him, like, okay, let's release whatever's going on, and then we'll go on from there. Like, that is signaling safety to everyone in the house. Like, my emotions are safe. Some heavy stuff, man. Heavy stuff, you guys. And this is what we're grappling with right now. Life is a trip, ain't it? Okay. Well, no one hopped on today. I was hoping to have some dialogue, but it's okay if you end up watching this later. Comment down below and let me know how you're doing, because I'm just curious. Are you guys okay? Because I'm gonna be honest, like 80 to 90% of the time I'm not okay. I'm really not okay. But I'm learning to love the fact that I'm not okay. I think only us who are going through this knows what I mean. Everyone else, they probably think we're delusional, right? Oh well. Okay, you guys. Message me, comment down below, and let me know how you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Talk to you guys soon.